Nice you could join us this evening. Last week we discussed filters. Well, this week we're going to kind of talk about filters again. And the reason we're going to talk about filters again is because we had a customer last week write in and they were telling us that they had a technician come to their home and that technician had told the homeowner that he only recommends the El Cheapo filters. He doesn't recommend using the high efficiency filters because it causes too much air restriction, which will cause the blower motor to fail prematurely. Well, I'm here to debunk that. We're going to start off with this. We've got a manometer here, and what this is going to do is this is going to check static pressure. Okay? We have a positive coming in, and that is after our system, and then we have a negative, and this is before the filtration. What this does is this tells us a lot about what's going on inside here. We can determine whether our evaporator coil is clogged or dirty. We can determine whether the blower speed is just not properly adjusted. We can even determine if our ductwork is not properly sized or there's something crushed or other issues. But today we're just going to worry about whether our filters are causing a lot of restriction or not. Now, when a system is designed by the manufacturer looks at it and they want it to be at around a 0.5 static pressure. Okay? Now, they also understand that there has to be a filter in this system because they want the system protected and they want you protected. And how they want you protected is by, this is the air that is filtered out that you breathe. So, with that being said, we're going to start with, right now it's reading a 0.4, okay? Generally, if it's lower than the 5, it's breathing really good. If it's higher than the 0.5, then it's restricting a little. Generally, you don't want it more than about 1 point above. So, right now, we're at a 3.9. There is no filter in here whatsoever. Nothing restricting it. So we've started off at a 0.4. Now, I'm going to put just the door on here so that all we're reading is the static pressure of the ductwork. Right now, my ductwork with no filter in there is reading a 0.6. But there's no filter in it. That's showing a little bit of a restriction, or is it? So let's put in the El Cheapo filters, okay? This is the filter that the technician told the homeowner that he recommends. So, come over here, put this in. Should be covered. Alright, that was a MERV 4 we just put in there. That puts us at a 0.6. Remember, we want a 0.5. So we take out the El Cheapo filter and we put in a MERV 8. This filter is the filter that I recommend if you have a 1-inch pleated filter. Okay? So we put it in. Well, look at there. It brings us down to a 0.52. It's designed to have a good filter in the system. You want it at a 0.5. Now we're going to put in a MERV 11 high efficiency filter. Make sure our airflow is right. All right, that puts us at a 0.56. That's still lower than what our El Cheapo filter does. So we just debunked what that technician thought. The manufacturer cares about your system because they want it to last. I care about your system because I want it to last. Thanks for joining us this evening. Stick around. Next week we're going to talk about carbon monoxide detectors. What you need to know, what you don't need to know. If you have a gas system in your home, any gas appliance, you need to have a carbon monoxide detector in your home. If you have any questions for in the future that you would like to learn or know about, please write us on Facebook. We'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you and have a good evening.